Formed out of a desire to preserve our valuable history, Dry Levee Salvage quickly evolved into so much more. Not only are precious bits of history being passed on to future generations, owner John Owen has found his true calling and a way to use this unique business to pass valuable life lessons on to those that work with him. We are out browsing around the Upper Cumberland today, and we've stopped in to see Mr. John Owen here at the Dry Levee in Cookeville. What a unique business you have going here.
A bit different.
And we love it, and the story behind it we love even more. So how are you today?
Doing very well, and thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having us and letting us come in and talk to you. Tell us a little bit about the Dry Levee.
I've always had a passion for history. Lived here for a period of time. My grandparents and great-grandparents are from here. My parents went to Tech, so this was kind of like the center of my universe growing up. We moved with the company. I worked with PepsiCo for a period of time, and we moved the company to Nashville and to Dallas, Texas, and to Orlando, Florida. Had some health issues in Florida, and it allowed me to take a step back and look at life and purpose and those kind of things. And we decided to move back to Cookeville, Tennessee. As I said, it was kind of the center of our universe. It allowed us to kind of put together a passion for history and a passion for working with young people, young men specifically. Nice.
So when you were in Florida, you said you had some health issues and it made you step back and take a look at purpose.
Right.
And this is all about repurposing.
Absolutely.
And repurposing lives.
Yep.
And that's what you do behind the scenes.
I mentor a group of young men, actually, 10 of them. That is my passion. A group of just incredibly great young men. And I kind of saw a void, quite frankly, in young men becoming men and understanding what it is to be a man of character, a good husband, a good father, a good friend, someone that can shake your hand and look you in the eye and say, I'm going to do this or that, and then do it. So it's one of the things that we try to work with them on is, this, what does it mean to be a man these days, and how can we be a man that has, the gentle side to be able to help those who are less fortunate than we, but also be strong enough to either protect or, to disassemble buildings or things such as that. It's kind of, I guess you could say it's put up your iPhone, grab a hammer, let's sweat. The reward really is in the labor because I think people need a purpose. And one of the things that it seemed is that a lot of young men don't really see or know how to find their purpose. And I just think that people need a purpose. More than a job, more than acceptance in society, more than any of those type things. I think everyone needs a purpose. So what our goal is here is teach them a trade, teach them a respect for history, understanding that we stand on the shoulders of giants, the parents, grandparents, great-grandparents that settled this area and this country, the hardships they went through, just incredibly different than what we go through today. We physically try to understand the history of every structure that we're blessed to take down. So we'll interview people that have owned the property. We'll do research at the courthouse to see who the different people that owned it. We disassemble nail by nail, so we really get a good feel of what the person felt like when they were putting it together. And then it gives you kind of a respect of how long those things take. When we disassemble, many times we use exactly the tools that the pioneers used to assemble. And so when you have nothing electric going on and you're taking something down piece by piece with your hands, you really begin to see, wow, the effort it took to do this. And then it becomes a great kind of conduit or bridge to discussing purpose. What was the purpose to build a house? If it's a log cabin 150 years ago, it was going to be forever. It was to protect my family and from the elements and animals and whatever else. And whereas opposed today, it's a little bit of a different feel. And what we try to do with the guys is, as we go through this mentorship, is say, well, what would be a good purpose for you? What is that labor that you love, where you can make the world around you a bit of a better place?
Absolutely.
And then let's figure out the ways that you might be able to make a living at it.
Tell us how you've watched these young men, or one of these young men, really change their life. You've seen their life take a different direction.
Honestly, if we had an hour to 2 hours, I could tell you a story about each one of the 10. Honestly, that would just it's just an amazing thing that I'm blessed to be able to watch the transformation of these young men.
Wow, it's inspiring to be here with you today, and we hope everyone comes by and stops into the Dry Levee to help support your cause and refurbish and repurpose their own homes.
Kind of our motto is, investing in the future by repurposing the past, and we'd love to see any of you folks come by. Just meet us at the Levee.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.